So pass is the keyword which is actually used as a placeholder. Say for example, you are designing a complex program and a part of the code you do not have any idea. As of now, you are not getting any idea of that part of the code. Okay. Say for example, I am writing a while loop, and without writing any statements inside that while loop, can you execute your code? Is it possible?
No, ma'am.
It's not possible, right? So, but in Python, it is possible. So Python allows you to do that. So that's the beauty of Python actually. So let me show you the execution. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So let's take an example. So I'm writing some sample statements, something like I equal to 0, and I don't know what is that I want to write inside this loop. So I'm not getting any idea as of now. Of course, I have certain other statements like here and all. I have the statements. So I have a lot of statements in between. So these statements I got an idea and I'm able to write. But inside this while loop alone, I'm not able to figure out what to write. Okay, so I assume these are all the valid statements. Just I have typed a junk. Okay, so is it possible to execute your code? So with this kind of statement, if you leave this while part, and can you execute this code in your C, C++ or Java when these are all the valid statements, and without writing anything in the while loop, you want to complete it. You want to execute the code. That is not possible in C, C++ or Java, but Python allows you to do that. So let's see how it does this. So you are not writing anything inside your, you know, while loop, and maybe n value I'm going to assign some 10. So initially I'm displaying n value. So let's hope this is the code I have. Let's run it and see how it goes. So you are displaying 10, and so because you are using this pass statement, no? So you are able to execute. So it will not be executed. So that's how your pass statement can be used. But you can actually replace this pass statement with your whatever the code you want in the future. So that is how you can use your pass statement. So you are able to, if you observe, no, you are able to execute the code. So whatever the code you have written, you are able to execute, and you are seeing the output also. But without writing any code as part of your loop, you are able to run the code. So this is why this is used then. So why it is used is, say for example, we are not getting the idea of the code, some specific block of the code. So then, even then, I want to run the code. So the remaining parts I know, so I want to run the code. So in that place, in that case, I can use the pass statement. So and later on, I can replace this pass statement wherever it is, and I can replace that with the appropriate code. Okay, and of course, it acts as a comment, but it's not a comment. And what is the difference between this statement and the comment statement is, comment statement will never be executed. So if it is part of your code, if it is a comment, so that statement will never be executed, but the pass statement will be executed. Okay, so that's how. So that's the difference between your pass statement and the comment statement. Now let's see some examples where you can actually use it. So pass can be used with loops, like with for loop or with while loop. I have shown you an example with the while loop, right? So now you can observe an example with the for loop. So here I'm creating, so I'm writing some set of documentation. So then I have created a list with 4 numbers. Then I'm repeating a loop. So for I in L1, then pass. So you're not writing anything, but still you can execute this set of statements. So that's how you can use a pass. So observe, you can replace this pass statement later, and you can write some appropriate code. So this is how you can use pass with the loops, with for loop or with while loop you can use. So not only with the loops, you can use them with the functions also. So here I am defining a function. Of course, as of now, you do not have any idea of how to use the functions, but remember, always a function starts with the keyword def, and this is the function name, and this open close parenthesis. So it indicates there are no arguments, and this is the colon. Always, if there is a start of the block, we are using a colon. So the same notation is followed. So this is how we basically create the function. And here also I don't know what to write inside this function, but still I want to execute this. So in that case, you can use the keyword pass. Okay, so later on you can replace this with the appropriate code, and you can even use this pass statement with the classes also. So this is how we can create a class. You are defining a class, the name example. So part of the class, like the code that I want to draft inside the class, I do not get any idea as of now. So I'm placing a pass keyword, right? Do you understand how you can use pass, the pass keyword?